Hello,
Happy
everyone.
Friday.
Welcome.
All
Hello,
right.
welcome in Angela, Anita.
Hi, Anita. Oh, there's hearts going.
Ooh, I love that. Well, Katarina actually is the fan of the hearts. So if you want to throw any hearts for Katarina,
Yes, I love the hearts. It gets me going. Hi, Chris.
welcome in Larry. Alrighty.
Put it in the
So
chat where you're from. Love seeing where everybody's from.
yeah, put in the chat where everyone is from and also what you want to learn today. What do you want to get out of this webinar about Canva? Let us know.
All right, Jacksonville. Hi, Tammy.
We have a
Las
lot of people on today.
Las Vegas, PA, North Carolina,
Jersey City, New Jersey. I was there not that long ago. Super nice.
Panama City. I was just at Seaside, Lisa. Indiana. There we go. I'm from Bloomington, Indiana. So go Hoosiers.
A
Crush
lot
it.
of Connecticut people.
Oh,
Miriam from Bronx, New York. Welcome in.
love seeing how everybody is scattered and we're all on
Yeah.
the same Zoom.
Me and Katarina are in Florida. So I'm based in Jacksonville, Florida. I think Katarina said that there was someone from Jacksonville, but I was born and raised in Miami. So I like to rep Miami a lot.
And I am over in the Tampa area in Florida, but from Indiana. So go IU.
Alrighty, make sure to put in the chat what you're looking for today. What do you want to get out of today's webinar?
Charles says explanation of exactly what does Canva do. Perfect.
Love
Glad you're
that. We're
here.
we're definitely going to go over that, Charles. Going over the basics today.
Karen said everything.
Everything is a lot, but we're going to go over a lot today. So,
Integration into listings. Great.
how to use Canva for my business. Love that.
Video editing. Hi, Julia. We just asked that you participate in the chat. Gets my energy. I don't know about you, Sha, but that and the hearts, you put the hearts in there, just gets me pumped
Yes.
up. And we want to provide you all nothing but value today. Oh, there
Elizabeth
we
said,
go. Thank you.
Elizabeth said, oh, I lost the comment there. How to set up with Google reviews. We will be doing a webinar about that in the future, Elizabeth, so stay tuned. Well, today we are going to be focusing on Canva. Need help everywhere, LOL. Serge.
William said, I have a basic subscription and know there is more to gain. So please explain how to best use the program. So that's good. We're going to go over both the free, the basic, and then the pro version.
Yep. Alrighty. So I think we can get started here. I'm going to share screen. You see my screen there?
Yep.
Perfect. Alrighty. So Canva listings for realtors. We're going to start off with some introductions. Katarina, you want to go?
Yeah. So those of you who don't know, I'm Katarina Bomar, Director of Operations here at RealGrader, and also our CEO's Alex Montalenti's Executive Assistant.
And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Isha. I work mainly in graphic design and I also do our social media. So we do marketing and social media. So yeah, it's a little quick intro about us. Some of you do know us, some of you don't, but hopefully we can provide good value to you today with Canva.
Yes. So our agenda today is we're going to go over Canva basics every realtor should know, how to create MLS listing posts, branding your content consistently, how Canva connects to RealGrader Influencer Program. And then at the end, if we have time, we'll do Q&A. And then if you see that little crown at the bottom, that means pro features. So that's the paid version. And you'll see that throughout our presentation. I want to ask just quick questions so we can see where everybody's at. In the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you using Canva? 1 being I've never used it, and 10 being I'm a professional.
I'm a pro. I would say I'm a pro. What do you
I,
think, Katarina?
I would definitely say you're the pro at RealGrader and Canva. Yes.
What would you rate yourself, Katarina? Actually, I want to know that number.
Maybe like a 7 or 8.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, I think you're definitely higher. Use Canva a lot too.
I
Alrighty,
do.
we have some numbers in here. There's a lot of variety. We
Yeah.
have Joe at 6. There's some 1 and 3s. There's some 7s.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, we have a good mixture of people. I see very few 9 and 10s. So hopefully we can up the number by the end of the webinar.
Yes. Okay. Why Canva is a realtor's best tool? 1, no design experience needed. That's the best number 1 tool. Fast content for listings and social media, works on desktop and mobile for those that are on the road a lot. And then easy to brand once. And then you can reuse the same thing over and over.
Marcia, I saw you put, how can we review this class after? We will provide you guys the presentation towards the end. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. All right. Canva basics, design templates. To the left here, you'll see that there are design templates already set up inside Canva. You have the text styles, and then you have elements. So for the elements, you can use their graphics, you can use icons, you can use videos, and then there are frames that you can choose and then insert the photo of your liking. There are pro and free templates available. And then when they are the pro, you'll see the little crown. So those aren't available if you do not have the pro version. And images and videos inside Canva are copyright free. We get a lot of questions about that. So I did want to mention that they are copyright free.
Yeah, and there's thousands in there. So definitely take advantage of that.
Yes. You have photos and uploads that you can do yourself. You have photos, you have videos, you upload them there. The resize is one of my favorites. You'll see that is a pro feature with a little crown. And then there are a lot of apps that you can just go through and see which ones you like. Isha will go over the resize and apps and details later on in our presentation. The comment, please let me know who has the free version or paid.
Yes. So we can get a good idea of our audience here.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of
Paid,
paid. A
paid. All right.
lot of paid. Okay, that's good. Amazing.
Perfect. And for the ones that aren't, that's okay. We're still going to show you what is the free version and which one's pro.
Yeah, we'll give some alternative for both so that way you
Mhm.
guys can use everything we go over today.
Oh, we got Samantha said I'm with EXP. So that's great. We'll go over what EXP has.
Amazing.
Perfect. All right. So where to find the best templates? You have a search tip, and in there we have luxury real estate flyer, modern real estate Instagram, market update real estate, just listed, open house, or just sold. I recommend always put real estate in the search. For example, if you wanted to search luxury templates, add in luxury real estate template or a flyer. You want to be very specific with that. Realtor templates, again, we went over earlier, but they are here. And then you want to save your template. If you find a template that you like, you hit that little star button. If you don't, you may never find that template again. I have done it many of times. Very important to save whatever template that you like. Is anybody interested in the search tips that we have? Yes, yes, no. So good news at the end. We will give you and have you text us in and get all the tips and tricks from today's training with this deck. The pro tip is to save the template you like. So keep that
Yeah,
in your head. Always save.
definitely. I started doing this and it's saved me a lot of time.
I've lost a template. I could not find it again. So yes, I do now. All right. Templates that realtors should use. The Instagram post, make sure it's a square
Oh,
one.
we do have a question. Samantha asked, how do you save it?
Okay. Yeah. So you click on the one that you like, and then there will be a little star, and you just click that star, and that star will be covered in a color saying that you clicked it.
Yeah, I can show it here real quick. So if you
Perfect.
go to, let me open up little social media post. So when you go to design, which is where your templates are on the top left, and you pick a template, you'll see that before you pick it, there are three dots at the top right of the template. And when you press that, you'll see you have star as one of those first options there. So that's going to allow for it to save.
Yeah. So you can just go through the images. You don't have to click on them and just save a whole bunch that you like
Yep.
to use later on. Thanks for showing that live, Isha. Throw some hearts in there for Isha. All right. Stories and reels. And then Facebook posts. I would like everybody on this webinar to be using these four inside Canva.
Alrighty, we're going to move on to apps. So there are thousands of apps in Canva that you can really go in and explore and discover. Some of them are paid from my knowledge and some of them aren't. So I would keep that in mind when you are looking into discovering apps. First and most important, I would say, is the MLS listing app. So for those of you who are EXP, actually comment in the chat who is an EXP. You do have a specific app just for EXP agents. EXP agents do have an EXP listings app. So you can add that into your Canva account, which you should see it pop up in your EXP Canva Pro account. And you'll be able to drag in all the information from your properties into a piece of content. So you can drag in address information, pricing, even your own details as an agent. So your contact information, your name, all of that into a content piece, as well as property listing photos. If you aren't an EXP agent, there are other options. So you can see here some of our recommended apps. We put them straight here into the presentation for you all so you can review in the future. There are MLS listing pipeline, exposure, listings, and reconnects. So I would definitely explore in there and see where you can find that information to easily drag it into your content. So I saw here we do have a lot of EXP people on here, so definitely take advantage of that EXP listings app if you haven't already. And next, we'll go over virtual staging. So, virtual staging, there are these three apps here that I found are the best ones, especially this AI interior styler. These three do have virtual staging, so it does make your property listings look a lot fuller, especially for those properties that don't have any furniture set up. This is really usable for that. And lastly, you have market research. These are the two main ones that I found that would be the best. Primo Stats does give you marketing stats, and you can use it to find marketing stats of your local area. And you have Chart Plus, which creates just charts and visuals. I would really use these for content pieces that maybe you're putting in stats of your local area or how the house market is. Those kind of content pieces are always very valuable for your audience. So I would definitely use these apps for those.
Isha, are these apps in the free version or the pro?
Not exactly sure, to be honest. I would say is to go in and explore a little more. I know the virtual staging ones are usually with a cost, but the MLS listing ones and the market research ones are more free. So I would definitely just explore these apps and check through Canva.
And where can they find the market research apps in Canva?
You would just want to search up these names that you see here in the apps section. So, Dana, if you go into Canva on the homepage, you'll see on the left side, you have this sidebar. And in the more section, the first option is apps. So that will bring you to where all Canva apps are, and you'll be able to just use the search bar to search up the names that we have in the presentation or look for other apps that maybe work better for you. Alrighty. Let me know if that was clear. Thank you, Alexis, for helping us out. Alrighty. So this is really the possibility with Canva. You can see here on the before Canva image, it is just a template, very simple template, nothing really much to it. And after Canva, it being branded, you can see the possibilities and how much of a difference it makes. We did use the brand kit, which we will go over is a pro feature on Canva to be able to really brand this image. But you don't really need a brand kit necessarily to brand any piece of content. So we'll go over that soon. Next, we have creating an MLS listing post. So with the MLS listing post, how many of you would like to use Canva to make a post in less than 3 minutes? Let me know in the chat.
We have a yes. Me, sure. Yes, yes. We have
I
no,
love the
no.
engagement.
And there's a
No
heart.
no's.
So there's another one. Here they come. All right, perfect.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go through this together step by step. Let me know if you have any questions throughout the
Oh, I
process.
love. I'm sorry, but they're just throwing all these hearts in. Do you see that?
I think I don't see the hearts as much because I'm sharing screen,
Oh, got
but
it.
I see the comments. Heck yes, I love the enthusiasm. So the first thing you want to do is choose what sizing you want for your piece of content. Now, when you go into Canva, you will see that there is sizings on the home page. I would press social media directly, which is an icon that Canva has. You can see here on the top left. And this is going to give you a couple of different sizings for social media. I believe Canva does have for all these profiles that you see here. So Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you want for a specific platform that you're making it for, then you want to select one of these. You can see here you have Instagram Reels, Story, a post, Facebook post. Now, if you do want to make one post for all platforms, if you're going to use it throughout platforms, what I would recommend using is 1080 by 1080. That's going to allow you to have a general sizing that works for all of your platforms. And the way you can do that is by going to the custom size icon that you can see here on the bottom left, and that will allow you to type in that 1080, 1080. So that is a pro tip for if you're trying to make a post for any platform. Next we have is choosing a template. So for the demo today, I did just do a just listed template. Again, you obviously you want to use the template depending on what post you're making. And you're going to want to search up your template. So you're going to go on the top left where it says design and put in the search bar what you're looking for and always add in real estate. I know Katarina mentioned this earlier, but it's very, very important that you do. So in this case, I search up just listed real estate, and you can see a bunch of templates popped up here on the left side. I just chose this template that you can see here on the right, and we're going to customize this using one of the properties that Anna Benavides has. She's a part of EXP. So we're going to go in first and upload your listing photos. So you can't upload the listing photos yourself in the uploads icon here on the left side and just drag and drop the images into the template. Makes it very easy to do so. You can see here we did it for these 4 photos. If you do have the MLS listings app that you're using of some sort or the EXP listings app, you can also drag in the photos from there and drag and drop them. So either way works, whether you're using the app or uploading it yourself just might take a little bit more time. Next, you're going to update the address and key details. So obviously very important. We want to make sure that the correct information is on the piece of content. And in this case, we just updated the address in here and how many bedrooms, bathrooms, and car space there are. Depending on the template, it's going to vary, of course. And you can just copy and paste the address and this information from wherever you have your listing in, your listing information, or you can again use the apps to just drag and drop. Less listing apps or the EXP listings app works to easily drag and drop into where you have those text boxes. So very important and could be faster with the apps. Next, you're going to apply brand colors and logo. So in this case, since we are doing it for Anna, we did pop in her personal and EXP logo in here. And we also changed these text to be her brand color, which in this case was EXP blue color. Now you can upload your own logo and as well put in the color that you have. But if you are using the brand kit, it is a lot simpler to just drag and drop your logo in there and as well as putting in and customizing it to your color, which we'll go over the brand kit later on. Next thing you're gonna do is add in your headshot and a branded font if you have one. So here you can see I drag and dropped Anna's headshot and use the background remover, which we will go over that later. And I also changed all the text in here to be her branded font. Again, you can just use the font that's in the template, or if you have a specific font that you use for your content, or you want to start using for your content, you can put that in here. And again, the brand kit is a lot more convenient for it. Eddie asks, where do I find the brand logos? So the logos you would want to upload yourself, but you can drag and drop it either from your uploads by you uploading it in there or from your brand kit if that is what you use, Eddie. Alrighty, then we're gonna add in our call to action. So we always recommend our call to action on the content piece, on the caption. In this case, for the content piece, we did put in just Anna's phone number. But you can always put in email, phone number, maybe to comment something, maybe to DM you. This is all going to bring in engagement for your content. So we always recommend adding in a call to action.
We did get a question on, can you go over how you did the headshot?
Yeah, so the headshot, you can upload it into your uploads icon, Nora, or bring it in from your brand kit. The background remover part to make it look all clean and nice, we are going to go over in just a bit. That really does make a difference when it comes to your headshot. So next would be to download the content. So now the content is ready and good to go. In order to download it, you want to press the icon on the top right, which is that share icon in white there. And you're going to want to press download, which is that one of those first icons. In the download, you'll see you have an option for file type. I usually recommend is PNG, and you'll see that Canva recommends it as well. So you want to put in PNG and then just press that download purple button, and that will allow you to download that piece of content to your computer. Is a call to action. Okay, see, that Katarina already answered. Perfect. So yeah, then you have your branded piece of content. In this case is for a new listing and it could go out to all of your platforms. So these are the types of listing posts that realtors really should create. These are obviously our suggestions. Here you can see we did a just listed one. Price improvement one also is a good one. Open house, under contract, just sold, and coming soon to kind of build up that excitement. So these are our recommendations for upcoming posts that you can all create on Canva. Next, we're going to go over Canva Pro features that realtors love and that we really suggest. One of them is being the background remover, which removes and makes your headshot look nice, resizing for all platforms, and the brand kit. So background remover, you can see here for Anna, we popped in her headshot. Headshot does have a background, beautiful background in there. But when you use the pro feature of background remover, it just cleans up the headshot automatically. So I'm going to show you here a quick demo of this on our Canva. So when I pop in a photo of Anna in here, you can see it has the background image, but you'll see here on the top bar, BG remover with the little crown. So if you have a pro version, you can use this and you can remove the background easily and you'll see it automatically does it for you and you can drag it to wherever you want on the piece of content. Yes, Laura, I can slow down a little bit. So in terms of the background remover, you have the option for any headshot in there and you just want to use the BG remover tool here on the top. Keep in mind that this is when you're already into the piece of content and you're designing. That is where you'd want to upload it. So you can either pull it from your brand kit like I just did for Anna, in that brand icon. And this is a pro feature only, or you can drag it from your uploads, which you would have to upload the piece, the file piece into your upload section. And you can do that just by going to the uploads icon on the left side here and pressing upload files, and you can upload it from your computer directly. Alrighty, we'll move on here. Was that clear for everyone on how to do the background remover?
All right, we got, do you suggest a headshot for this type of background removal style or more of a body shot?
It works for either one, Elizabeth. It does really a good job with cleaning up any headshot. So as long as you don't have too much going on in the background, it will remove everything on the background. So you could do a simple headshot, body shot, either one works. I could even crop Anna's to be just a headshot if I wanted to, right? So it works for all of them.
And then Julia said, can you please go over real quick the first thing you said about certain words to be found? Yes, Julia, I will send you the recording and this deck that will have those keywords that we went over at the beginning.
Once you place the photo, do you need to remove the border? What do you mean by the border of it? The border, like here at the bottom where it cuts off? You would just want to drag it towards the bottom of your content piece so that way it's not like cut off or looking weird. And you can just do it just by pressing and holding and bringing down the headshot. You could also shrink it as well just by using that little box and bring it to where you feel it looks good on the content piece.
You said the purple. So is it the next page maybe that has the purple background? I'm not sure.
I think we'd all like the deck for reference, please. Yes, Mark, we'll definitely do that at the end. We'll have everyone text in and get a copy of the slides for today.
Did you put an outline on Anna?
No, I did not. Do you crop that pig to see only hips up? Yes, you can crop the photo. Same thing using the text box. So you can see here in the Canva, you can see it's already cropped here because of the photo itself. If you want to crop it, you can crop it from any end, so from any side. Obviously, in this case, if you wanted to just be a headshot, then it would be cropping it from the bottom, but you can crop it automatically using that same text box. Alrighty. So Magic Resize, this is another pro feature. And it's a very, very useful one. Once you make one piece of content, for example, we made this flyer for Anna that I showed earlier in the presentation. This flyer can be turned into a content piece. So you can see here we turned it into an Instagram post as well as a story or reel. So you can use the same piece and reuse it in different ways to post it as multiple pieces of content. And Canva makes it really, really easy to do so. So I'm going to show an example of this quickly. Alrighty. So you can see here, made this flyer for Anna, again, based off of a template. And you have the resize feature on the top left, which you can see has a crown. So it's a pro feature. And when you press that resize feature, you're going to see there's a bunch of different sizings that pop up. So these are all the sizings that you can resize this content piece to be. So I actually did Instagram post. You can see it will have some suggested ones on the top. You can make it a Facebook post. You can make it an Instagram post. You can make it a reel as well. And it gives you the option to, at the bottom, to either copy this design, meaning make a duplicate of and resize it, or resize the design that you're currently on. I would recommend doing is the copy and resize so that you don't mess with your flyer that you already worked hard on and are able to have multiple pieces of content that you can post out on your platforms. So in terms of the Instagram post, for example, I'm going to put a copy and resize, and you'll see it'll give you the option to open this Instagram post. It's going to open up a new page, and you're going to see it made it into an Instagram post size. So you can download this and post out to your Instagram platforms. And you also have the option of a reel. So we're going to go back here to the flyer, go back to resize, and you're going to see Instagram Reel as an option. And keep in mind that Instagram Reel can be posted as a video anywhere, can be posted as an Instagram story as well. So you can reuse this Instagram Reel as a video for any platform.
Alicia, Serge had asked how you take the static and put it into a reel.
Yep, we're going to do that right now, Serge. So I'm going to show it here. So when you check off the Instagram reel, it's going to automatically resize it. We're going to press that copy and resize again. It's going to do its magic. And we're going to open mobile video. So you're going to see here, it does look, let me remove these. These are other pages I had. It does look a little bit wonky because of the sizing. So you're going to want to make small little adjustments. So here with this one, I'm just going to resize it to make it look a little bit better. I'm going to bring down this photo on here, fill up a little bit more space. Here, I'm going to select multiple pieces of text just by pressing and holding and bringing it up. The headshot, I'm going to bring it down so it's not cutting off her hips on there. And you're just going to make small little adjustments. I'm just resizing a bit here. Alrighty, so I think that's good. I'm going to bring down this little bubble as well. Alrighty, so when it looks good to you, I'm going to bring down her body a little bit. There we go. So when the sizing now looks good to you, Canva doesn't do it perfectly. So you do want to make small little adjustments. Once it looks good to you and you play it, you'll see it is static, like Serge had mentioned earlier. So it doesn't really look much like a video. So what I usually do is add an animation. And this is a feature that Canva has to move elements that you have on your content piece to create a video, right? To create that movement. So here I'm going to select all of them. And again, same way I selected the text, I'm going to press and hold my mouse and drag it down to select multiple elements, right? And we're going to do the same thing, but with everything. So you're going to see I'm literally selecting everything that's on the static image right now. And you're going to see that it created that little box there. That means I selected everything. And you're going to see this animate button, which is in the free version. So for those of you who have free, you can use it. This animate button on the tab here, top right, and you're going to see it's going to give you multiple different options for animations. So this is really customizable to you. You can use whichever element you'd like. You can use a fade option. You can use the panning option. Really completely up to you. I'm going to use this one, baseline. It makes it pop up like that. And once you press it, you're going to see you have a couple of different options on here for animate. You can play around with that if you'd like. If you want the speed to be a little slower, if you want it to go a different direction, or if you want it to move only on when they enter or only on when they exit or on both. And this just is really customizable to you. If you want to just leave it on the default, that's fine as well. And that's how you have your reel. So that becomes a reel. You can pop it into any platform, put in some music, and you have a story and a reel and a video ready for to go. So the resize feature is really, really useful. I think that that feature alone is good enough to get the pro. Just keep in mind that it is a pro only feature. Do we have any questions in here? I know I said a lot. Any questions, Katarina, that we need to go over?
The main one I got a lot, which you did go over again, was how you do the boxes. How do you drag, copy everything,
Right.
group
Was
them?
that clear to everyone just before we move on here, how to do the multiple select? Keep in mind you can do that with text, you can do that with images, with any elements that you have on your content piece.
Can you
No.
add,
Okay,
and then we had, can you add music?
yeah, you can add music directly in Canva or you can do it directly on the platform you're posting on. Can we go back to this reel here? First, I'm going to show the multiple select and we'll go over audio. So the multiple select is really in your mouse of the computer you're using. This is why it's a lot better to create content on Canva on a laptop or a desktop rather than a phone. But you're just going to press down the boxes. Like you don't want to lift up your finger from the mouse. It's a little hard for me to explain. And you're going to move your mouse as you're pressing down. You're going to press and hold it. You're going to move it to whichever items you want to select. So if I only want to select maybe the logo and the photo here, I would just go that far. And you'll see it will create those boxes around the two elements you selected. So that's how you know which items were selected on the piece of content. Same thing with the text. So if we want to select only these three text boxes, you're going to press and hold your mouse and drag it down to however any elements you want to select. So yeah, let me know if that made a little bit more sense for everyone.
If I want to post as a real story and post, do I do each separately?
Yes, Laurel, you would want to go into the platforms and post them in separately. We are going to go over in a little bit here how we can make it easy to post on all your platforms. But yes, in your case, it would be just to post on the separate platforms. And with audio here, just to go over this quickly, you will see here on your editing bar at the bottom of your screen. So this bar that you see here, you will see the reel that you're doing, and under it, you'll see add audio. Keep in mind, this is only going to pop up if you're making a video of some sort, if it's an image. No, for images, you can't add audio as well. Sorry, I'll correct myself. So here you'll see add audio. It makes it really easy and it will open up automatically the icon here that you have on the left side that says audio with it. And you can select music from here. You do want to keep in mind the copyright free songs. And Canva does let you know if it's copyright free or not. So that's how you can know if it is. I usually go for some kind of instrumental. As you can see here, it gives you some recommendations. Or you can just search the audio. So I usually go for upbeat, instrumentals. Those kind of words are the ones you want to look for so you don't get that copyright and it's more mellow when it comes to any kind of piece of content you're making. And you can just select the audio that you want to choose. And when you play it, you'll hear that audio. I don't know if you can hear my audio now. I might not be sharing the audio, but you'll be able to hear the audio once you press that play button. Alrighty, is that clear for everyone before we move on? Laura says, what does it show? Where does it show you it's free? When you go to download, Laurel, the piece of content, music is probably going to be the last step you take when it comes to creating content. You'll notice when you go to the share button and you go to download it, it will let you know, hey, this is not copyright free. And that's how you know. If it doesn't say anything, that means it is copyright free. Can you add in a voiceover, Christine? Yes, you can. You can add in a voiceover. You can upload it yourself. I believe Canva does let you record it here on the fly as well, but you can add in your own voice. You can do that by going to the uploads icon. So this is where you'll upload images and videos here on the left side. You can go to audio and record yourself or upload. Maybe you already have that audio ready. You can upload a file in there and you can just drag and drop it into that add audio section. I know they also have AI audio as well. So if you want to use an AI audio instead of your own, you can use that as well.
Perfect. Great job.
Alrighty, we're going to move on here. We still have a little bit to get through. Next, we have the brand kit. So this is the setup of the brand kit, which again is a pro feature. Brand kit is you set it up once and you can use it for any kind of content that you want to create. So you'll upload your logos, you'll upload your colors if you have branded colors, whether it be for your brokerage or your own personal logo colors. You can choose your fonts, right? The branded font that we talked about earlier. You can create your brand voice, which Canva has a feature you can see here at the bottom. It says generate brand voice to create your own brand voice. And you have photos and graphics that you can upload.
I'm curious to see who has their brand kit set up. So if you do have your brand kit set up, put yes in the chat. Elizabeth asked, what is brand voice? Oh, look at all these yeses. Good job.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Yeah, so Elizabeth, brand voice is basically your tone and your voice that you would use in your content pieces as well as in your captions. So it's your own branded voice. Maybe you speak very energetically, maybe you speak a little bit more mellow. That is where the variety goes in there. Brenniga said, yes, it saves so much time. Yes, I love Brandkit. I use it for real greater content. I use it for our clients. I use it for Alex Montalensi, for those of you who know Alex. So
What does brand kit mean?
yes, Monica, EXP does have a brand kit set up. So if you're in your EXP Canva Pro account and you go into the brand icon, you'll notice your EXP brand kit is in there. Are you able to show it? Yes, let's go over. So I'm not logged into an EXP account right now, but you can access it the same way you can access any brand kit, which is by going to the brand icon that you see on the left sidebar, right here with that little crown. And when you press it, you'll see your brand kit pop up. If you have various brand kits, you'll have this little drop-down menu where you can select which brand kit. And you'll see here when you're on the brand kit, you have availability to all of these in here. Again, you first want to create your brand kit. If you don't have one, if you do already have one, you can access it through here. And you can see in here for Anna, for example, we have her logos, which are all uploaded here. You can easily just drag and drop them in. We have her colors, we have her fonts, we have the brand voice that we made for her, photos with her headshot, her banners, Instacart, her graphics, and yeah, you have some icon and charts in there as well that you can create, but these are the main ones you're probably going to use. Alrighty. Do you have any questions on that?
Is there a way I can group multiple logos together?
There isn't. You can probably just drag and drop them, Veronica, onto the content piece and kind of put them together. Or you can design your own logo that has multiple logos in there in Canva directly. And that way you have one image with all the logos on it.
Julia, that's a great question. I do not know how you get integrated for your own brokerage. That would be
Yeah,
like brokerage.
you would have to request it
Yeah.
from the brokerage. I think that EXP, and if I'm not incorrect, Keller Williams also has it. But for my knowledge, I know mainly is EXP has it. Alrighty, so I think we're good to move over to our real estate influencer program. Some of you might be on our program, some of you might not. Actually, let us know in the chat if you are currently in the influencer program. If you are not, then put not yet. Yoshi's here. Hi, Yoshi. How are you doing? Okay, so I see a lot of mixed responses. I see a lot of yeses, though. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go over influencer briefly. Just keep in mind that this is a program that Real Grader has. So if you don't have it currently, this is available if you are interested. So just to give a small recap of what's included in the influencer program, there is a lot to it. First being the social media content management piece. Now, this includes your AI content creator tool. that has unlimited use. You have social media content posted automatically. You have daily posts going on all 5 platforms, which includes the 5 platforms that you see here on my background. So Google Business, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And you also get weekly videos posted as Reels, Shorts, and more. We do usually post videos 1 to 2 times a week, just so you have an idea. And we have the reputation management portion of it, which includes the Instacart Pro version, as well as our Google Reviews tools and trainings. And we have live training and resources daily, Monday through Friday, expert trainings with our CEO or a guest. And we have guidebooks, trainings, and more. So you can see it's a very complete program. The main aspect of it that I wanted to show you all is how it works to post as an influencer in our program, because it has a lot of benefits. So you do have your own personalized dashboard as an influencer. And when you make your own posts, you don't only have the option to upload your own image and your own pieces of content, but you have Canva integrated into it. So you can see here for Anna, we created this content piece post with our Canva account directly in our dashboard. So it's huge. It saves you a lot of time, and you only stay in one place to create your content. Then we also have our AI integration that allows you to create captions similar to ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity. Actually, I wanted to ask this, how many of you do use AI currently? How many do you use ChatGPT, Perplexity, any of those kind of platforms, just so I know how AI savvy we are here. So there's a lot of yeses. Amazing. I love to hear. I use AI every day. I know Katarina uses it as well.
I use it every day.
So here you have your own personal AI bot that basically creates your captions, and you can ask it to generate however many captions you'd like. I usually generate 3, just to have a good option here. So for Anna, we generated these 3 captions for this post that we created for her and popped it in there. And the biggest benefit of this is Anna can go in there. Now she has her AI caption created, her content created through Canva, and she can post out on all 5 of her platforms at the same time. So it saves you a lot of time in terms of creating the content piece, but in terms of also posting it as well. So it makes it really easy for you to create a piece of content and post it out to your platforms.
Why 3 captions?
3 captions is just my recommendation, Dan. You can ask it to make 10 if you want to. Really, it's however many captions you want the AI to generate for you, and then you select a caption that you like for the post. And you can also edit it afterwards too. You can add in hashtags, you can add in emojis, whatever you'd like.
All right, best practices for realtors using Canva. Keep the text minimal. You don't want a lot of text on your photos. Use high quality photos. Always use high quality. Stay consistent with branding. Add a call to action every time. Have them call you, have them like or follow you. Put your Instacart QR code up there. Always want a call to action, and then reuse templates weekly. So this goes back to when I mentioned when you find a template that you like, star it, save it so that you can reuse it.
Perfect.
And a lot of you guys have asked if we'll be sending a recording. We will send the recording. If you want a copy of this deck to save for yourself, text Canva tips to 5100-4161.
Anyone who texts in, we can just send the recording right through there, right, Katarina?
Yep.
So anyone who wants a recording, make sure to text in either way. You'll get a copy of today's slides, and we'll send the recording later on today. So you want to text Canva tips all together. Make sure no space in between to the number you see on the screen. Keep in mind, if you haven't joined into our community yet, you will get a link in there to add yourself to the community. And it's just going to ask you for your basic information before being able to be added into our community. So keep that in mind. Beverly, we will send the recording is through text. So once you text in, we'll have your number in there, and we'll be able to send you the recording through there. Anyone having any issues with texting in, let us know. You want to make sure to send a message to this number with the word Canva tips all together, just like you see here on the image on the left. Once you receive this message, it says you're a rock star. That's how you know you're in, and you have the link to today's presentation.
I also put it in the chat, the phone number, so you can copy and paste it. We have a few minutes left. If you want to go to the next one.
Yeah, and if you're interested in the influencer program and don't already have it, you can respond I do to the follow-up text that you'll receive through community, and we will send information through there.
And here we are. This is the first time you met at an event. We have a competition going on inside our team, and we would love to hear your feedback on our training today. You can scan this QR code or go to realgraderreview.com and let us know how we did so we can show Alex the feedback?
Yes, please leave us a review. It only takes a few seconds. I love how it did put Catherine and Isabel on the image.
Yeah. And then Rod said, thanks for ignoring my question. Can you put your question in? Don't
Yeah,
know
we
if you're
didn't see it,
hearing
Rod.
that. Yeah. And then what is the cost of influencer?
William said, I have tried watching summer videos on using Canva. This is the first time the speakers resonated. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, William. That means a lot.
Serge said, who do I need to talk to about his Instacart not working and why the posts are not going to all his social media platforms?
Serge, we have a meeting today. We could definitely go over that when we meet today on Zoom, okay?
Would you please review again the pro pricing and influencer pricing options?
Pricing options we don't have here. What I would recommend doing if you are interested in influencer is just responding I do. And you'll see you'll get responded a calendar to schedule some time with our experts, and they'll let you know the options for you. And you can make a decision from there for influencer. And they'll explain a lot more about the influencer program and how it works. So you'll get more answers to your questions on there.
Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Mary Pat. Let's see other questions I missed. They come in pretty quick. So we
I
have
know.
we'll stay here. Thank you for the hearts. We'll stay
Let
here
us,
until 2. If you have more questions, put it in the chat so we don't miss it. Thank you,
yes.
Alexis.
Let's sort of review. I'm excited. I love reading them after.
And then the QR wasn't working, so I'll put in here the link.
Yes, realgraderreview.com. I'll take you straight to the review page. Any final questions that anyone has that we might have missed, please
Please
let us
put
know
it
in the
in.
chat. Thank you, Bridget. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Selma. Thank you,
Thank-
Samantha.
This was
Yeah.
such a good training. I'm happy I did this.
Thank you, Shelly. Yeah, me too. This is how to end a Friday, even though we got a few more hours. This is like a
Yeah,
great ending to it.
great
Can
end of
I
the
put my
week.
Instacard in Canva and edit it? Can you put your
Yes,
Instacard?
yes, you can, Laurel, but we'd recommend just editing it directly on your dashboard. That way it will update on your Instacart itself. I'll send you here the link to access your dashboard, Laurel, just in case so you have easier access. Very informative. Thank you, Colin. Thank you. This was great. Very helpful. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, no one answered my question. Okay, please put it in the chat.
Yeah, please put it in again, Yvonne. Want to make sure we get to it. We apologize. Some of the comments went really fast, but we aren't ignoring you. I promise.
Oh, here. How do I send my card so my clients can give me a review?
Yeah, for the Instacard, the way you can share your Instacard is by going to QR code. So, Yvonne, do you have your Instacard downloaded on your phone? Let me know in the chat. Yes. Yeah, so you'd want to go, let me stop sharing real quick. You'd want to go onto your Instacart on your phone. So I have mine right here. Well, you can see it on my background too. And you'll see that you have that share icon towards the bottom, and that will allow you to share it through QR code, or you can share it through email, copy link, text, whatever works for you.
Let us know if that answered your question. And then Ines had asked, how do I link my social media to Canva?
You do have that option. I personally haven't done it, but you do have the option when you go to the share icon in the top right, I believe. But I know they only have it for selected platforms. I think it's just Instagram and Facebook, if I'm not wrong. So if you go into any content piece and you go to the top right to the share icon, you'll see the icons there for Instagram and Facebook, and it'll take you through to connecting it up. Sorry, can you show how I get to my Instacart again? Is it an app? You can download it as an app, Cindy. If you have the Instacart, you can do it directly on the dashboard. So if you get logged on to the dashboard, I
Just
saw
put
that Katerina put the link there in the chat. When you get logged in, you'll see there's a tab that says install and log in. And that will lead you to the steps. We have videos on there and instructions on how to be able to download it. If you're struggling for any reason, you can always email and support, but there are multiple instructions in there to help you out. And Cindy, I'll put you in here the support email as well, just in case you don't have it. Perfect. Alrighty. Any other questions that we might have about Canva? Anything we went over? I'm excited to see the reviews after, read
I
them out.
know. Me too.
This is a
Here,
good training though. I like doing Canva.
what should my Instacard look like? It should look like your information and your branding. So your logo, what colors go with your brand. So it's all consistent.
Yeah, Eddie. So if you get logged onto your dashboard using the instacartlogin.com that Katarina put there in the chat, once you get logged in, you'll be able to go to the Instacart tab and you'll see edit my Instacart is an option in there. And you'll see there's a lot of tabs on how you can edit your Instacart and make it really personal to you. We do have
Oh,
Instacart webinar as well.
Miriam said she changed her photo and it didn't update. So what you can do is remove that off your phone, remove it from your home screen, and then you would reinstall it on your phone and that will update your picture. Add my email signature. Let me get the training. I'll put the link in here for is it next Thursday?
For Instacart, yes.
Yes. So I'm gonna put the Instacart training. I recommend doing that. I join it sometimes still just so I can stay up to date.
Yeah. I'll put
Um,
in the link here in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you. That's
It's just
next Thursday at
instacartzoom.com.
that link that we just put in the chat and register so it's saved on your calendar.
Yeah, you can always ask any questions on there about Instacart, how to edit it, anything like that.
Yep. And then if anybody has any support questions, there is a link. You'll go click on that link that I just put in there and submit it, and our team will get back to you.
Yeah, and you can edit your email signature. It's going to automatically update Laurel when you edit your Instacart. So keep that in mind. Alrighty, I think we're good for today. I appreciate everyone who came out today. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for coming out and learning about Canva and hanging out with us. Anything you want to say, Katarina?
No, I'm just if yeah, actually there is. If you guys use Canva, please share it on our social media page or on our Facebook groups. We love to see what you guys implement that you learned, you took something away from our training today.
Yeah, definitely important.
And one last question. Is there AI I can use with Canva that can help me translate into Spanish?
I'm not exactly sure, Cindy. I think that you would have to research that a little bit. Not that I know of.
What you can do is use chat AI,
Yeah, you could use
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT or Perplexity, any of those to translate. That would
Yeah,
be my recommendation.
yeah.
Prices for Canva, Karen, you would just have to search directly on Canva. I'm not exactly sure what the prices are for the pro version or what packages they have.
All right. Yes, definitely worth the money. I like the
Yes.
resizing and background removal. Well, happy Friday. Thank you all for taking your time and being here with us today. We appreciate it. And we look forward to sharing what you implemented from today.
Amazing. I put the link in there for Canva pricing for anyone who wanted to check it out. And yeah, thank you everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye
Bye.
bye.